Alright, Shalom, Israel. First off, call halal Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone, rule well through the Spirit. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. I'm scattered throughout the four corners of the earth to preach and live in the word and sincerity and truth. Alright, and shalom to the select sisters out there that are humble, that believe, that are quiet in the background, patiently awaiting the salvation and the coming of Yahushai as well. This is your brother Yarala from GMS Dallas, back with another lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And tonight I just want to go through a quick lesson while we're just going through RT News, just going through different articles, just trying to just checking out current events, and I just ran across this article, which by the way is hilarious, first and foremost, but it just kind of had made me think about certain things, you know. I'll just start with the article. A dancer who lost leg in Boston Marathon bombing hit by a car while training for another marathon. Okay, and as you can see, she's an Edomite, so, you know, it's just funny how, you know, how the Most High works. You know, the Most High, he's a terrible power. He's balanced, he's merciful, but he's a terrible power, man. You know, it shows you the judgment and how the Most High can operate, you know. And so it made me think about just a few things. One, the Spirit's kind of been on the judgment for women lately. As you know, we're in 2019, year of the Karagma, as the Apostle Tahar dubbed it. You know, the year of the Karagma, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation 13th chapter. You know, but also it's as you can see, there's a government shutdown which is affecting a lot of government benefits which are tailored towards women, chiefly the Israelite women out there. So there's a lot of judgment that's going out this year, and it has already gone out. You know, so that's one thing that brought to my mind is there's an immense amount of judgment that's being prepared for women out there, for their pride, arrogancy, looseness, and how they've just been carrying themselves, and how this society and this world under the operation and the guidance of the left-hand power, okay, spiritual demon Satan through his physical counterpart Esau, okay, the self-proclaimed white man, you know, how they've been allowed to move around and operate in this world. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. Now we're in time of great future judgment, you know, not even for, you know, for women, but for everyone, you know, everyone who's not right with the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know. You're starting to see a lot of crazy things that are going on in the world. So this one thing that made me think of that, or that's one thing that brought to my mind reading this article. But also seeing how, if you notice, as the years progress, the nation of Edom is catching more hell, man. They're losing more. They're complaining more. The society is falling. The grip of Esau's power structure is waning, man. You know, and it's evident. And now you're seeing more and more Edomites complain. They're financially in binds. Their elites are treating them as common folk in Goyim. You know, the so-called Jews are treating them as foreigners, and they're not looking out for their nation. They're just looking out for the elites, and these average six-pack Americans are feeling the squeeze on that, man, to where they're losing jobs, living check to check, in extreme debt, you know, being put to death, not being respected, as so-called respected as they were back in the early 2000s and 90s and 80s, and you know, the so-called white woman is not that lemony, fresh smelling goddess that people were thinking, and the so-called white man is not the hunk of the earth anymore. You know, the nation of Edom is being brought back low to their lower state, because Esau, the nation of Edom, is the basest nation on the planet Earth, to be honest. Okay, that's why in Daniel the 4th chapter, the Most High, it said the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and set up over the basis of men. Talking about the nation of Edom, man, they're being brought back low. They were up for a point in time, according to prophecy and according to the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But now they're being brought back low, and they're taking L's, man. And you know, and it's beautiful. At the end of the day, it's beautiful. And this particular article is hilarious. So I'm going to just read this article, and then I'm going to go into some scriptures. There's not really, like I said, it's the lesson will be a little bit about this Edomite, but really just about the nation of Edom in general, and America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures, and how they're losing now, and they're going to take L's and continue to take L's until the ultimate judgment comes, to where they be destroyed. Most of them are going to be destroyed inside, and the rest of them are going to go into slavery, hardcore, back-breaking, gut-wrenching slavery, man, in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. So start off, Adrian Hazlitt, a ballroom dancer who lost her leg in the 2013 terrorist attack and rose to fame for her never say die attitude, asked, "Haven't I been through enough?" After suffering injuries requiring multiple new surgeries. And the answer is no, you haven't been through enough. Okay. These Edomites have not been through enough. The people are catching hell. They have not been through enough yet, you know. And people are going to feel like this, man. And these up and coming this year, next year, if we still here, Lord willing, we not. But if people are going to feel like this, have not been through enough. People are going to feel like the Most High is attacking them and picking on them. And the answer is yes, He's attacking you, and He has it out for the wicked of this world, man. The Most High has a vendetta and a bone to pick with the wicked of this world, man. Actually, you know what? Since I said that, let's get Hosea real quick. Hosea 4:1. You know, because this is this really talk about Israel, but it transfers over. A lot of these scriptures can be applied to America now. Why? Because they've taken on the Bible and call themselves Christians, but not and so you're subject to the curses and the judgments, but you're not living according to it. So now the judgments and curses and are pretty much set up for you as well. You know, you're gonna have to go through that. This is Hosea 4:1. Hear ye the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For the Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. So it's talking about Israel. Okay, He had a bone to pick with Israel, and He still has a bone to pick with Israel to this day. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Most High has a controversy with you inhabitants, man. And what land are we in now? We're in America, in captivity. So He has a controversy with the inhabitants of this land, alluding to you other nations as well, man. Chiefly you Edomites, okay? Because why? Because there's no truth in this land. There's no mercy. This is an unmerciful society. It's a lie-filled society, okay? And there's no knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in this land. The Most High is being cut out, okay? You read about that in Revelation 11:8, you know? Their dead bodies shall lie in the streets, that great city, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. That's talking about America, man. Okay? So there's no knowledge of truth being pushed here, man. It's nothing but wickedness, lies, dog eat dog, do as thou wilt, rebellious spirit here, man. And so the Most High has a controversy with America, which is why He's going to destroy it when you read Amos 9:8. Okay? So yeah, people are going to feel like, haven't they been through enough? When is enough enough? No, enough is going to be enough when you're put to death, man. Okay, but the Most High just has it out for certain judgments for certain people, man, to where people are going to get shot in the head, be brain dead, and be in a complete plane and wishing to be dead, but still be alive. Why? to wait for that ultimate nuclear destruction. So that's how the Most High is operating, man. He has great judgment for a lot of people, man. Anguish and pain, you know. A lot of people are going to die by death by pain. Torturous deaths are prophesied for the people in this land, and this is an example of that. You know, this right here is an example. It's where you lose your leg in a bombing, and then you end up getting hit by a car training for another marathon. You know, that's why the scripture say, through the terror of the Lord we persuade men, because the Most High can get down, man. Okay, one of his titles is Al-Shadja, terrible demon-like power, according to the other nations, man. Okay, so the Most High is the Most High is bringing great judgment, man, and it's gonna get worse and worse. Brothers just sent out a video the other day. There was a parade, and there was a chick dancing and prancing around, skimpy as all hell. All of a sudden, you hear a motorcycle in the distance, and it zooms through the camera angle and blasts her, man, while there's a parade going on. But there's a motorcycle going damn near 100 miles an hour and hits her. You know. That's judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. And like I said, it's gonna get worse and worse. But the point is, you Edomites, man, you heathens, it's your turn, man. It's coming upon you now, and this is a great example of that. I'm gonna keep reading. Struck by a car on Commonwealth Avenue in Boston while on a crosswalk, Hazard 38 wrote on her Instagram next to a picture of herself on a hospital bed in a neck brace with multiple drips attached. Thrown into the air and landed, crushing the left side of my body. I'm completely broken. More surgery to come. Look at this, man. She is jacked up, man. And then this is pretty much America. You know what I'm saying? America, we're in the last leg of the Roman Empire, and America's a part of that. Okay? And America's on life support right now. CTD, circling the drain. This is what America. This is a representation of America, man. And then what's going on, man? America's taking L's, and it's going to end in the destruction. The Most High is not going to heal America. Okay, when you read Jeremiah 51:8. Okay, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Struck by a car on Commonwealth Avenue while on a crosswalk, thrown into the air and landed, crushing the left side of my body. Yesterday, I'm completely broken. More surgery to come. Okay, that's just a comment. Hazard was just a spectator at the finish line of the Boston Marathon when the pressure cooker bomb blew off her leg below the knee in April 2013, one of 19 people to lose a limb alongside the 3 who died. Within months, she became the face of the survivors, even fulfilling her dream of dancing again on stage with a custom-made prosthetic limb and featuring in the U.S. TV show Dancing with the Stars. All right. In recent years, she had taken, and that's America's taken L's, teeter-totter, going back and forth. Financially, it falls, and it kind of bounces back a little bit, and it falls and bounces back again with the stock market and things of that nature. But ultimately, America's going to go down, man. You know, she bounced back, but look what happened again. The Most High judged her again, and that's what's going to happen to America. The scriptures say, when they shout peace, say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. You know, 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter. In recent years, she had taken up running and was training for a marathon, where she was mowed down at around 7 p.m. on Saturday night. The driver, who was not been named, stopped at the scene and told police that it was dark and raining and that Hazard was wearing dark-colored clothes herself. On Tuesday, Hazard said that she had undergone a second round of post-accident surgery that took over 8 hours and did not yet know about a potential path to mobility. I'm still in disbelief. How does this even happen? Haven't I been through enough? She asked her Instagram. Oh man, that is beautiful, you know, because for years, and you know, Jake is still catching hell, but now you see that now Esau is getting all the judgment now, you know, that's all being transferred over to Esau. Okay, so I'm gonna get into some scriptures, you know, but like I said, it's what was edifying for Achion, but you know that's kind of what's happening, man. And yes, Esau has, and the Most High has it out for you, the wicked, you heathens, and also 2/3 of our people, man. And it's not going to stop until death. So there's going to be certain judgments to where people are going to just catch hell in the different situation until they get put to death, man. And then some people are just going to get shot in the face, you know, which happened to certain women already this year. You know, one chick got a nigga woman, you know, you can tell she was proud. And then look at the picture, she was bad too. But you can tell she was gassed up, proud, loose, rebellious as hell. And she got judged New Year's night, got shot in the face, you know. And that's how this so-called New Year is starting off, man, with judgment, you know. And it's just going to increase. Like I said, a part that's for you women, especially you Israelite women, but you other nations as well, man. Women in general are out of order, you know. But especially you Israelite women. Y'all a cold piece of work, man. Off the chain, literally, out of order. Okay, and doing everything under the sun that's allowed by the left hand side, man. And now, for a long time, people couldn't say nothing to you. Okay, you couldn't be rebuked. You couldn't be reproved. You can walk around and be a dragon and be a demon and bring hell upon everybody, and at the same time be able to be the victim as well, man. Same thing with Esau, but now. You two, Butthead, you the tag team, man. You the Legion of Doom, you know. Beavis and Butthead, whatever duo, Kid and Play, whatever duo you want to call Eve, okay, the Israelite woman and self-proclaimed white man, they're taking L's now, man. You know, and the Most High is raising up his men, okay, his men to righteousness and to deliverance, man, and putting them back on top, okay. But we're going to start with let's see. We're going to go to the Apocrypha and start with Baruch, the 4th chapter. Like I said, man, that's the type of judgment that's coming, man, and especially for this society, man. It's gonna get worse and worse, you know, and it's beautiful at the end of the day. Okay, Salaki. Let me go to it. All right, it's Baruch chapter 4, and we're gonna start at verse 30. So Baruch 4 and 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. And who is Jerusalem, man? Again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're the true Israelites according to the Bible, according to biblical prophecy. Okay, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Take good cheer, man. Have a good heart, man, because Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, the Most High, Yahweh, put His name on us, man, and He's gonna comfort us. How is He comforting us? Through the Word, man, through the Holy Spirit, man. He's bringing back the understanding and waking us up to be Israelites, okay, and letting us know that this nightmare in America is not gonna last forever. We're not gonna be on the bottom forever, okay. You're not gonna be looked at as niggas and spics. You're not gonna be last one higher, first fired, okay. You're not gonna catch hell with a cheating woman or with a brawling woman. Your kids ain't gonna be bad as hell no more. You know, we're not gonna be in captivity. We're gonna be able to just to be and exist. We're not gonna be a slave anymore, man. So that's the comfort, knowing that the Lord is the Most High's only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. It's not Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not, and it's the Savior. It's not Haile Selassie or anything like that. His name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, who shed His blood on the cross for the adoption for the elect of the nation of Israel, no other nation. He's being sent back to deliver his faithful men, okay, and that's the comfort and in the spirit and knowing that and understanding the scriptures, man. Verse 31: Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. That's the other nations, man, chiefly you Edomites, man, in America. Okay, America rejoices at our fall. How do they rejoice? They celebrate Columbus Day. They celebrate Independence Day. Okay, Columbus Day, they celebrate Thanksgiving, which is a lot of those days were the slaughter of our people. You know, the Native Americans, the Gadites and Seminole Indians. With Columbus Day and with Thanksgiving, that's nothing but a day of Esau breaking all his treaties, and then celebrated in Jake's face every year. You know, Independence Day, the so-called independence of this nation, but this nation enslaved our people for over 400 years, man. You know, that's and they celebrate that every year, and they got Jake out there popping fireworks to this shit. You know, excuse my language, but that's a rejoicing that they follow, man, and they get all geared up for it. They push it on TV with commercials. They have sales for it. You know, it's a whole period dedicated to that, man, and that's rejoicing at our fall. But now, what's happening? America's falling, man. World War III is upon us. And no one is looking to these. No one believes the self-proclaimed white man anymore. You know, everyone hates America now. Esau is a victim, but he's the one been terrorizing the whole damn world, and still terrorizing the whole damn world to this day, man. You know, but they're being miserable now. These Edomites are complaining. They complain about everything now. You know, they're miserable. Why? Because they touched the apple of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's eye. And now the chickens are coming home to roost, man. And that judgment is upon this nation, man. Verse 32: Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons in slavery, man. We had to serve these disgusting base crackers, man. Okay, they use our kids as footstools and stools to sit on. You know, they use us for everything, man. They raped our women. We know the history, you know. They put us in the shadow of slavery, and they beat the Hebrew out of us, man, and tried to completely decimate us as a nation. Verse 33: For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, and how do they do that as well? Rejoice at thy ruin and glad of thy fall. They would kill Jake in the times of slavery, and even after slavery. In the time of civil rights in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, 30s. Okay, they would hang Jake, burn Jake, castrate Jake, mutilate Jake, and take pictures in big crowds and send it around as postcards, man. Season's greetings. How are you today? But there's a picture of a dead Jake hanging by his neck, beaten and mutilated, and these crackers are grinning ear to ear, man. That's rejoicing at our fall, man. And you know, and these Edomites today are telling me, well, that wasn't me. Well, yeah, you are your forefathers, man. In the reincarnation, that was you back in that day. Okay? And furthermore, the Most High judges nations, man. We had righteous men amongst our nation, but they went into captivity as well. If you did do something, man, you're complicit with the way this society is ran, man. You know, you're not truly standing up for the nation of Israel. I'm talking about you sucker-plain liberal white people. You know, I think slavery was bad. That was terrible what happened. You know. But you're not saying that you're not going up to Congress and all of that saying that they should give the land back to Gad and Reuben, to Issachar and the southern parts of America. You're not saying that, you know. So the hell with how you feel, you know. Let's see. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. And now your own desolation is upon you, man. The Most High is destroying the kingdom of the Edomites, man. And now they're being grieved for their desolation. And it's going to ultimately end in nuclear destruction and their slavery. For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and our pride shall be turned into mourning. And that's what's happening, man. You can look at certain streets, certain areas, and even in downtown Dallas, a lot of times it's dead as hell, man. Christmas was dead this year, you know. People are ridiculously unhappy, man. This place, the mirth and joy is being sucked out of this place, man. Christmas is not even how it used to be, you know. The Most High is killing this place. He's surgical strikes on America, man. And it's turning to mourning, man. Everybody is unhappy as hell, trying to force themselves to be happy, man. Everybody is fucking miserable, you know. Verse 35, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. And what's that fire, man? It's going to be from the chariots, but ultimately it's going to be that nuclear destruction, man. That besom of destruction, you know. That fire now blown, man. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And what is that talking about? After nuclear destruction, you can read about that in Revelation 18 chapter in the beginning. And also you can read about that in Isaiah, the 34th chapter, and I believe the 13th chapter as well. You know? Chiefly the 13th chapter, Isaiah. You know, we talk about the cormorant, the screech owl, and all those animals. That's the devils. Because it's talking about the devils as well, every foul spirit, hateful bird in Revelation 18 chapter. Okay, that's the only thing that's going to be over here after that nuclear destruction is those desert creatures, man. They're the only ones that are going to be able to sustain here, you know. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. And that's what we do. We pray to the east, man. Turn to the east and pray to Heavenly Father, and behold the joy that's coming from the Most High. And what's that joy, man? The comfort of the scriptures, the understanding of the word, and the understanding that the end game is that the elected nation of Israel is going to be delivered and bring back the rest of the nation and put the other nations in subjection, man. And righteousness is going to reign on the planet Earth, and it's going to be the kingdom of heaven, and the Most High is going to wipe away the tears of our eyes, man. Let me grab that real quick. Revelation 21:4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. So the former things is going to be this world, man. This hell, being unsure, having doubt, having fear of the unknown, man. No confidence. You know, all these curses being bugged out. You know, demons plaguing you, man. All those things are going to be passed away, man. And Most High is going to input His law, statutes, and commandments into our hearts, where we're never going to go off again, man. We're going to have a full confidence and assurance and walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in complete righteousness, man. To where we're never going to shed a tear ever again. Complete happiness and joy, man. You don't know what that's like here, man. Okay? You don't know that everyone hate their jobs. You know? It's just man, it's horrible here. It's a complete nightmare. As the Elder Yahshua always say in our camp leader, this is the worst case scenario, man. This is literally the worst case scenario in America. We completely fell away from who we were as a nation, to where we were bugged out of our fucking minds. But the elect is being waken up, man. And the Most High is going to wipe away all those tears and in anguish and pain. It's back in Baruch 4. Verse 37, Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Howah. And that's what's going on, man. The elect is waking up all over the four corners of the earth, man. And Esau is scared, man. These Edomites are frightened, man. These other they're shitting bricks, man. Excuse my language, but I'm getting passionate about this, man, because it's a beautiful time, and to see these proud smirks and all these smug looks on these people, it's starting to be wiped away, man. We're finally starting to see judgment come upon the proud, man. Chiefly you women, man. It's starting to be beautiful, man, and the Most High is bringing fear. The Most High is about to bring immense fear and dread upon these people that didn't take heed and that have scoffed and that walked in great pride. You know what? Let's get that real quick. All right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 8. We're going to go to verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they are walked in great pride. And that's what we're seeing now, okay? That's what we're seeing. Great miseries is being done to them because everyone is walked in great pride. That dancer I just referenced in that article, she was proud as hell. Flaunting herself all over the place, man. Being worshipped and loving it, being put on the pedestal because she's a white woman, People feeling sorry for her on Instagram, but now there's great miseries going around there. And it's going to do nothing but continue and increase more and more. And it's beautiful. And we just got to make sure, Akim, that we make sure we stay faithful, stay locked in, and try to abide upon that shadow of the Almighty, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so we're protected in that day, because it's going down, man. It's definitely going down. Trimming that spirit, man, and getting locked in and growing more and more, and really focus on cutting things off, man. Because Satan's out here playing for keeps as well, man. He's definitely sifting, and he's gonna send things to your liking, send things that really tug at your flesh. That you like, oh man, something that you've been longing, all of a sudden, a broad that you've been kind of looking at, all of a sudden she's into you now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, You may get hit with a lost sum of money. I saw that, but a brother fell out of the Houston camp. Got a good ass job. had some money in his pocket. Now Jake smoking stogie cigars and lined up. Satan's gonna come, tugging at the desires, man. And we don't have to recognize and see Satan from far off, because he's coming as a roaring lion. Let me grab that real quick since I mentioned that. 1 Peter chapter 5. I'm starting at verse 6. Yes, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. That's what we have to do, remain humble, man, and not try to exalt ourselves and do what we want. Continuously stay faithful and be subject to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and do what he wants first, and then we'll get what we want in the kingdom. Then we'll be exalted. Then we'll have the rulership and the dominance to do everything, and then everything else will fall into place. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. And that's what we're going to do. We have to cast all our care upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because he's the only one that's going to be able to deliver us out here, because he's the one that's bringing out this judgment, man. So we have to make sure we're on his side, so we don't be in the front of that, in this path when he comes through tearing shit up, man. for real. Verse 8: be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay, Satan's out here, man, playing for keeps, man. Trying to sift the elect. That's what the Lord told Peter. Yahushua told Peter that, man, in the book of Luke. Satan desired to sift you as wheat. For son, whom you resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So we're all going through this, man. That's why we're a body. We're here to comfort each other and push this word and push that comfort and that spirit, man, of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, and keep it pushing, man, to where we'll make it in that day. Okay, but let's actually go to the next scripture, though. Back to the didn't want to veer off too much. Actually, let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And Yahweh with thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. So we were cursed, man. From Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse on down. Those were curses upon us, man. But now the Most High promised that he's going to bring that upon our enemies, man. And that's what we see. Okay? Edomites are losing. They're committing suicide because they're in financial binds. Okay, their kingdom is falling. Things that they're doing aren't working anymore as it did back in the heyday of America. So all those type of curses, man, are coming upon them now. You know, they're being looked at, treated as niggas and such, and as Jacob, even by cops. You know, yeah, one Edomite in the airport was like, "You treated me like a black man. I'm not a black man." You know, I'm not saying it verbatim, but that's pretty much what he was saying, man. They had him arrested, had a knee on his back, throwing him on the ground. He's yelling and screaming. You know, that's how they do Jake, man. But these Edomites are starting to get treated more and more like that with these cops, man. You know, so all those curses and those things they're becoming the tail, and then the men of the Lord and the Spirit are becoming the head, man. These Edomites are being brought down, so all those curses are be coming upon them now. You know. Let's get Lamentation chapter 1. Lamentations chapter 1, verse 21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. And they are glad, man. You know? The whole world was glad because especially these other heathens, they know when Israel's on top, they're on the bottom, man. A lot of these other nations know who the Israelites really are. And so they're happy at thy fall, you know? They're happy that the Most High has done this. You know, they even Esau even calls it manifest destiny, and like I said, they celebrate their holidays according to the slaughter of our people. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Right, so the day that the Most High is called, man, he's gonna raise up his elect, and like I've been going into, it's all turned on Esau now and these other nations, but chiefly Esau. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions. All the wickedness that Esau thought that they got away with, all the ways that this whole nation has carried themselves, they thought they were in good case, man. They thought they were in good case. But hey, the Most High's eyes are as bright 10,000 times as bright as the sun, man. He beholds all the wickedness and all the righteousness, man. He doesn't let anyone go. Okay. But they thought they were in good case because they weren't getting judged, and this is why, and that's why, you know, Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sins against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Okay, so this nation wasn't getting judged, so they thought that the Most High was with them at that time, but no, man, the Most High is long suffering. He uses the dispensation of time to issue out judgment. He's letting the nation of Edom hang themselves, man, and now he's starting to bring out that judgment, and now it's just going to do nothing but increase. Let's go back to Lamentation. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for my transgressions. For my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. So that's what's happening, man. They're getting judged, and even you, other Edomites are like, well, that was my parents, that was my grandparents. I had nothing to do with that. I love black people, all that. Well, we got something for that as well. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And so that's what's going to happen, man. Like that Edomite said, have not been through enough? No, man. The slaughter is prepared for you, nation, man. Okay. Slaughter is prepared for the iniquity of your fathers, man. Your fathers left a big tab. And like I said, you are your forefathers, just like we are our forefathers, because you come back every 3 or 4 generations in what's called reincarnation, which that's in the scriptures, which is not taught, but it's clearly in the scriptures, okay? So that's the only way to for the slate to be wiped clean, man. Because you Edomites did so much, man. It's not gonna be just forgive and forget. Okay. It's Numbers 33 and 35. It's like 35 and 33. I always get those mixed up. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood by. So I'll start over. Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, and that's what the nation of nation of Edom did, man. They polluted this land. For blood it defiled the land. With what? With bloodshed, man. You killed 98% of the Native Americans. You damn near wiped them out. The real Holocaust was the Southern Kingdom, Judah and Benjamin, over here in slavery. That was a real Holocaust. You know, millions of Southern Kingdom just died even the journey over here. You know, let alone actually getting here in slavery, and you trying to wipe us out then. For blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that's when enough is enough. That's when it's done. Okay. As far as this part, you know, this land's gonna be cleansed, but it has to be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it, man. You know, there has to be bloodshed for the nation, man, and that's according to the scriptures. You polluted the land with bloodshed and the hate and complete and utterly perpetual hatred of the nation of Israel, because you lost your birthright. You sold your birthright for being a impatient devil. You know, you got mad, but it was all according to prophecy, and so you had a perpetual hatred, even unto this day, man, of bloodshed for Jake. And now the slate is going to be wiped clean. When your blood is shed, you're going to slavery, man. That's the only way. So no, man, you Edomites haven't been through enough. Who've been catching hell? It's going to be more hell until you get put to death, man. Because why? We went through it, so it's your turn. You know. Scripture say, "They who was not to drink of the club has." Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get that. But I'm gonna get this first. Lamentations chapter 5, verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity. So, hey, we went through it. You know, we went through it as well. So you're gonna go through it for what your forefathers did. And I'm gonna end it off with this. Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? All right, so we weren't supposed to drink of the cup. Okay. What's that cup? Slavery, man. When you read Psalm 75, man, we wasn't supposed to drink of that cup, okay? But we have surely drunken of it, you know. And the Most High gave us a healthy dose of it, you know. The Most High beat the shit out of His woman, which is the nation of Israel. Okay? And thou art he that shall altogether go up, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? You thinking that you devils thinking you're gonna get away? You think that you just gonna say sorry for slavery, sorry for damn near destroying the nation of Israel, sorry for all things you've done and continue to do, and think it's gonna be cool, and we gonna say, all right, nah, no biggie, bro. No, man. The scripture said the Most High required that which is past. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I was sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra, which was the chief city of Edom, okay, and like I said, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, so is Edom, okay. America is a chief resident of Edom now, you know. Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and that's what's happening, man. The Most High is bringing this place down. It's bringing a reproach and a waste, man. When you reproach someone, you shame them, you know, and a curse. Those curses are coming upon you, like we read in Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So the Most High is going to lay this place flat, man. When that lake of fire, man, hits with this, which is what, that nuclear destruction. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, is edifying for Akim. Just want to say, call halal Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone, rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.